Good morning, students. So today we'll continue the same chapter, that is the software concept. In this we'll go for the topic. Today's topic is language processor, and today we'll cover only three things, that is the assembler, compiler and interpreter. These are the three things and these are the three concepts we are going to cover in this session. So before going for the language processor, we have to know about the programming language, or what is a language. So as we know, the language is a medium of communication. We are using different kind of languages like English, Hindi, or any regional language or international languages are there. So these languages are used for the communication between two or more people. Likewise, a programming language is also a medium of communication between the computer and the programmer. Computer or programmer. Computer and the programmer. The communication or the interface between the programmer and the computer is done through a programming language. Now if we go for the history of programming languages, so when before 50 to 60 years, when the computer was invented or the programming languages were invented, or after the concept of John von Neumann's stored program concept, after that when we have the modern computer, then the concept of programming has been appeared, or programming has been invented by a scientist who is known as Lady Lovelace Ada. Lady Lovelace Ada was a scientist. She invented the concept of programming. That means a sequence of instructions were written, and simultaneously or in a sequence all those instructions are executed, and that collection of instruction is known as a program. So here at that time, at the era of Lady Lovelace Ada, at that time what happened, they were using the machine language. This is the first kind of programming language which is known as a machine language. And in this programming language, the instructions are written only in form of binary number, that is zeros and ones. That means the instruction, whatever we are going to calculate or process or store or any kind of instruction we are going to execute, that instruction is written by zeros and one. So there was a demerit of this kind of programming language. If we are writing everything in form of zeros and ones, then what happen, after some time, if you want to change the program or if you want to make any kind of correction, then it is very much difficult to identify the errors or the identify or whatever we want to change, where to make the change and what kind of errors are there. Each and everything is a very difficult task, because each and everything is written in terms of zeros and ones. For example, suppose a simple thing I am going to calculate 5 plus 6. So we cannot write in this manner. We have to write down the binary equivalent of 5, the binary equivalent of plus, something like that, and the binary equivalent of 6. It was something like this. It looked like something like this. Now the problem is that you have written the code. After that, it is difficult to identify what is 5, what is plus, and what is 6. Even is there any 5 or 6 or any other digit are there, it is very much difficult to identify. That's why this machine language was failed, and the next kind of programming language appeared. That kind of programming language is known as a assembly language. Now in this assembly language, instead of this zeros and one, we are using some operation code. Operation code, or it is also known as opcode. It is also known as opcode. The opcode is an alphanumerical code. Alphanumerical code in the sense it is a combination of alphabet as well as the numbers. So this kind of code, for example, in case of plus we can write add. In case of subtraction or you can minus symbol, you can write down sub. In case of division, you can write down div. So these are the simple arithmetical opcodes. Okay, suppose for that particular 5 plus 6 you want to write down, then you have to write down like this: add 5, 6. It stands for add 5, 6 stands for 5 plus 6. So this kind of instruction is little bit of lengthier, as well as the difficulty of this kind of programming language was you have to remember, or the programmer has to remember thousands or opcodes. Thousands and thousands of opcodes the programmer has to remember. So that at that time a opcode chart was there, then the programmer are writing the instruction or writing the commands of program by using that opcode operation code or opcode chart. So this kind of programming language is also failed after some year. So what happened? The next kind of programming language appear, that is called high level programming language, and nowadays also we are using the high level programming language only. So the high level programming language, in this programming language the the instruction are written as normal English type code. जैसे आप लोग लिखते हो 5 plus 6, you can directly write down like this: 5 plus 6. This is an instruction written in your high level language. The same thing can be written, suppose whatever we are writing in this is 5 plus 6 in machine language, this is 5 plus 6 in assembly language, and this is 5 plus 6 in high level programming language. So nowadays we are using the high level programming languages in which each and everything written as we are using in normal life. But there is a problem about this assembly language and the high level language, and that problem is for the system or for the computer. It has become easier for the programmer or the user of the computer, but a problem arises for the computer itself, because the computer can understand only zeros and one. As I told you before, it able to understand the binary language, that is zeros and one. But we are writing instruction in assembly language as the opcodes, in high level language as normal English. So there is a problem for the computer to understand this kind of instructions or this kind of programs. So what happened? Some translators were invented, and these translators are known as language processor. This kind of translator that convert a source code, that means a program language, the program that written in any language, to the machine readable form or the machine code or the binary code, and again vice versa. That means after calculation the instruction is again converted to our format. That kind of translator is known as a language processor. Now we have three kind of language processor. The first one is an assembler. In case of an assembler that convert a assembly language program to machine language, it convert assembly language program to machine language and machine language to again assembly language, so that we can understand whatever be the result given by the computer. But whereas these two things, that is the compiler and the interpreter, these two are used to convert a high level language to machine language and again machine language to high level language program. So the difference between these two, compiler and interpreter, as both are used to convert high level language program to machine language, But the difference between these two are the compiler translate the whole program at a time, then execute the program. Okay, whereas the interpreter translate the translate the program in instruction wise. That means the first instruction is converted to machine language, execute, then the second instruction converted, execute, then the third instruction, then the fourth instruction, and so on. So this is the only difference between the interpreter and the compiler. The second thing is that suppose we have 5 instructions. Okay, any line is that 5 instructions are that, then what happens? The compiler will compile all these 5 instructions at a time and generate a file. That kind of file is known as an object file. It generates a file. That kind of file is known as an object file. Then this object file will execute by the CPU. This object file will execute by the CPU. But in case of interpreter, there was no object file, because interpreter, in case of interpreter, the first instruction execute, then the second instruction execute, then the third instruction execute, then the fourth instruction execute. So there is no need of creating an extra file. So this is the only difference between the compiler and the interpreter. So this much for today. We have learned language processor. In the next class, we will go for the utility software. Thank you.